If you've had heart palpitations, trembling, dizziness, adrenaline surges, or that wired but tired feeling, this may explain what's happening because sometimes the scariest symptoms are not always a sign you're getting worse. Sometimes they're a sign your nervous system is becoming more responsive. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 signs that can look like decline at first but may actually be signs of healing. And the third one is the one that confuses almost everyone because it feels the least like healing. This is where it gets so confusing. One day you feel almost okay. The next day you're shaky, exhausted, overstimulated, or crashing again. Sometimes what's actually happening is that your system is becoming less shut down, not more broken. That doesn't mean every symptom should be ignored. And it definitely does not mean you should just push through. It means you need to know what pattern you're looking at. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Julie. I'm a registered nurse who has been living with Hashimoto's and chronic fatigue for over 20 years. Now, before I give you the 3 signs, here is the one mindset shift that makes this whole topic easier to understand. Nervous system healing does not always feel calm in the beginning. A lot of the time, it feels messy before it feels peaceful. Because healing is not always the disappearance of symptoms first. Sometimes it's the return of awareness. Sometimes it's faster recovery. Sometimes it's release. And once you understand this, you stop panicking every time your body does something uncomfortable. So let's start with sign number 1. You notice your symptoms more clearly. This is one of the biggest reasons women think they're getting worse. Sometimes you feel more because your body is less shut down. When your nervous system has been overloaded for a long time, you can become numb, disconnected, foggy, or used to pushing through that you just don't notice your limits until you crash. Then, as your body begins to feel safer, you become more aware of your heartbeat, aware of overstimulation, more aware of tension, more aware of what throws you off. I've experienced this myself. There were times when I thought I was becoming more fragile, but when I looked closer, I realized I was simply noticing sooner. I was catching the early signs of overload before I completely hit the wall. Once you can see a pattern earlier, you can respond earlier. You can stop spiraling earlier. So sign number 1 is not always I have more symptoms. Sometimes it's I'm more aware of what my body has been trying to tell me. Now here is where it gets even more interesting. The second sign is the one most women miss completely. Sign number 2, you still have crashes, but you recover faster. That's huge because most people expect healing to look like the symptom disappears, but often the first real sign of progress is not that symptoms stop. It's that they stop owning you for as long. You may still get overwhelmed. You may still have an adrenaline spike. You may still have fatigue, shakiness, dizziness, or a rough day after stress. But instead of losing 3 days, maybe you lose 1 evening. Instead of staying down for a week, maybe you recover by the next morning. That matters. That's not small. That is nervous system flexibility. And flexibility is one of the clearest signs of healing. A dysregulated nervous system gets stuck. It gets stuck in overdrive or it gets stuck in shutdown. A healing nervous system becomes more able to shift, not perfectly, but more quickly. And I had to learn to see this in my life. For a long time, I measured progress by one thing only. Did I have symptoms or not? And if I had symptoms, I assumed I was back at the beginning. But that wasn't actually true. What changed first for me was not symptom elimination. What changed first was recovery time. I was bouncing back faster. The symptom was still there, but it wasn't taking me down the same way. And if that's happening for you, please don't dismiss it, because that may be one of the first real signs that your body is becoming less stuck in survival mode. Let's go to sign number 3. This is the one that tends to surprise people the most. Sign number 3, you feel emotional, shaky, or deeply tired after finally calming down. This one catches people off guard because they expect calming the nervous system to feel immediately soothing. And sometimes it does, but other times what comes after safety is release. You finally slow down and then you want to cry. You finally get through a stressful stretch, and then your body collapses in exhaustion. You do something supportive like somatic exercises, a vibration plate, a walk, a touch therapy wearable, or quiet rest. And afterwards, you feel sleepy, emotional, or strangely shaky. That can make you think that didn't help. But sometimes it actually means your body has stopped bracing and now it's letting go of what it was holding. This is especially common in those of us who have been high functioning for a long time. The women who keep going, the women who manage everything, the women who look fine on the outside while their body is carrying an enormous stress load on the inside. When those women begin regulating, the first thing they often feel is not immediate peace. It's the backlog, the fatigue, the grief, the tenderness, the true exhaustion that survival mode had been covering up. I've experienced that too. There were times when the moment I finally slowed down was the moment I realized how depleted I actually was. That didn't mean the rest was hurting me. It meant the rest was revealing what constant pushing had hidden. So let's quickly recap the 3 signs. Number 1, you notice symptoms more clearly. 2, you recover faster, even if symptoms still happen. Number 3, you feel release after safety instead of instant perfection. Now, here's the important question. How do you tell the difference between healing and a red flag? Here's the filter I want you to use. First, look at the pattern, not just the symptom. Ask yourself, did this happen after poor sleep, after stress, after skipping meals, after too much caffeine, after overdoing it on a day that you felt better? Patterns lower panic because patterns give context. Second, ask yourself, is this giving me more information, or is this becoming more severe, more unstable, more unusual? And third, if you're having chest pain, fainting, significant shortness of breath, severe palpitations, or anything new and medically concerning, get evaluated right away. So what should you actually do if this sounds like you? First, stop treating every symptom like proof your body is broken. Your body needs wise attention, not constant alarm. Second, support the basics. Tell your body it's safe. Eat protein and fiber with caffeine, not on an empty stomach. Be better at pacing yourself versus just pushing through it. More hydration and electrolytes. Gentle movement like qigong, consistent sleep. These are not little things when your nervous system is burdened. These are safety signals. Third, use regulation tools before you're already in a spiral, not just after. That might be somatic exercises, a vibration plate, a walk, quiet pauses between tasks. And for some women, a supportive tool like touch therapy vibration may also be worth exploring. This is what I've learned for over 2 years, and it helped me to regulate my nervous system immensely. See the link below to learn more. It's a science-backed wearable designed to help calm your nervous system, support your sleep, and improve recovery from stress. Not as a magic fix, but as one tool that may help your body practice safety more consistently. The link is below in the description to learn more. Now, Here's the mistake I don't want you to make. Don't overdo it. The second you feel a little better, that's exactly what I did. And this is where so many women accidentally create their own next crash. You get one decent day, you feel a little more energy, and suddenly you try to catch up on everything. That doesn't mean your progress was fake when you crash afterward. It means your capacity is returning in layers. And this is so important. A healing nervous system often gives you windows before it gives you consistency. So when you get a better day, don't ask, how much can I get done? Ask, how can I protect this progress? That one question can change the entire pattern for you. If this video is hitting home for you, I want you to do two things. First, check out the science-backed wearable I use daily. The link is below in the description if you want a support tool for calming your nervous system, sleeping better, and recovering from stress. Second, download my free workbook below in the description because you need a way to track patterns. You need to see what triggers you, what drains you, what helps you, what recovery actually looks like in your real life. That workbook will help you do exactly that. And before we close, here's the truth I really want to leave you with. If your nervous system is healing, it may not look like constant calm. It may look like more awareness, faster recovery, and release after safety. So please don't rush to label every uncomfortable shift as proof you are getting worse. Your body isn't falling apart. Sometimes it's finally becoming easier to hear. If this video helped you, please let me know below in the comments, which of these three signs have you experienced? And if you have a question, ask it in the comments as well, because it may become a future video. Please like, subscribe, and share this with another woman who feels so confused by symptoms that don't match her labs. Remember, you're not imagining this. Your body isn't broken. It is burdened. And when you understand those burdens, you can finally begin supporting your body in a way it's needed all along. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Take care of yourself because you deserve to feel well. And remember, we're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one.